in classic wargaming fashion, I honestly don't know if this is a mistake or intentional, but I honestly think that it's intentional. But if you go to the armory, and you're looking to pick up Johnston, and you go to the Independence Day event, there is only one option in order to actually get the Johnston, which is a big bundle of a bunch of bullshit mostly. I think there's a flag, a little bit of eco, and then the Johnston itself, and then the commander that you're not going to use. But there is a bundle for like 34,000 doubloons, which is the only option for actually buying Johnston that there is, at least in the game client. So what I think Wargaming is hoping that you're going to do is you're not going to check the website premium store, which Johnston can be bought outright for straight up money for a relatively normal tier 9 price. I think it's like the most expensive tier 9 destroyer, but it's still like a relatively about in the range that you would expect for a tier 9 premium. But what I think Wargaming is hoping that you're going to do is you're not going to check the website. You're just going to look in the game client. You're going to see that bundle that costs 34,000. That's the only way to get the Johnston. And then what they're hoping is you're going to keep in the game client, go to the premium section of the shop, and then purchase a bunch of doubloons to buy the Johnston that way. That is honestly what I think Wargaming is trying to do right here. So that sucks. But anyway, enough of that. Looking at the matchmaking, threats to my ship. No radar is always nice. Flint and York are going to be annoying to deal with. Jervis, Hatsuharu, and a Japard for destroyers. No submarines, no carriers. That's always nice. So, I don't know if you can hear Stewie meowing his little head off over there in typical Stewie fashion. That's just what he does. Yes, Stewie, I mentioned you. That is a no SE Mahan, by the way. Well, okay. Do anything else? Any other? I mean, that is an. I'm pretty sure that's an IFHE. That was an IFHE New York over there. And then there's just a Miyoko that has absolutely nothing. So, everyone's favorite. Hatsuharu spotted towards A. Scharnhorst, 43, and Nagato are also over there, as is the York. That Mahan is about to kill himself. Okay, that is actually not ideal. I thought that if there was going to be something coming towards B, we would have spotted it by now. But no such thing, because apparently that thing has really good conceal, or I just don't know how to judge distances very well. And this guy is like just absolutely sending it as well. I'm gonna have to play to get the resets on that guy. Hopefully, at least one of these torpedoes clips him. Then I can force a, no, it didn't force a DCP. That is unfortunate. And it doesn't look like anyone else on my team is really in any kind of position to shoot at this guy. Which is highly annoying, if I'm being honest. That this guy's just being allowed to walk basically for free. Okay, now he's starting to smoke up there. Do manage to get a few more resets, but doesn't look like we're going to be able to get another fire on him. Just a little unfortunate. But don't worry, we have our HE New York over here to come save the day at his 21 knot pace. Don't worry about it. And that cruiser just outsped his own smoke in typical fashion. The Jervis and the Gepard are both over on that side, which is actually interesting. I would not have thought that they would do that. But whatever. They did do it, I guess. I think they're probably going to be getting B here, which is a little annoying, because I would really rather them not do that. But it doesn't look like we're going to be able to get any kind of spotting on this cruiser, at least not in time. So they're definitely going to get it, which is slightly irritating, but it is what it is. Yes, we're just going to casually do the same thing that just almost got us killed. And except this time we're going to be doing it without our speed boost. We could also go and maybe try and set up some kind of ambush for this Hatsuharu, or not. There could be a cruiser in my mouth. I think we're just going to have to reload booster this guy. I think this guy is our bigger threat than the Hatsuharu is. Of course, he's going to angle away. On the bright side, this guy should be going down here. This guy's definitely going for the torpedo strike. I also would rather not be in front of a West Virginia. I predict this guy's probably going to go for the island there. That is slightly annoying. And our entire team are killing themselves, including the Mahan we were shit-talking earlier. We finally killed our first ship, though. It was the Flint, and we just traded a Miyoko for it. So that's lovely. We should be able to kill this Hatsuharu just fine, though. Although, not if we do that! Hello? There we go. We're just gonna have to keep our farm on and try and get this Scharnhorst down. Which that Scharnhorst does end up dying to the Colorado. We're only 2 ships behind, at least. The cruiser right there is super low. Our Koenig's probably going to kill himself, though, by 2 destroyers. I mean, that's a demo expert Koenig. So, onto the blacklist he goes. There's no destroyer threat left on this side, at least, so that cruiser is low. The other cruiser that was right there is low. The biggest problem is going to be this West Virginia. So I think our play is most likely going to be trying to spot out this West Virginia for our Perth to smoke up and farm. I can't really deal with the West Virginia on my own. The Koenig predictably just sailed in a perfectly straight line and is about to get dev struck by torps, or not. They actually ended up running out, which is very fortunate for him. We have an Ismail, a Nagato, and a Colorado. 3 tier 7 battleship, or two tier 5 battleships versus what is now a tier 5 battleship, versus me in a Gepard versus this fucking cruiser. Please Citadel that guy. Of course not. Loved it. Love to see it! And we just swagged our reload booster. Okay, that is really fucking annoying. Because now I have basically no ability to fight any of these destroyers. So we're definitely going to be living on borrowed time right now. On the bright side, the New York on the other side over there killed themselves. The York has Colorado, Nagato, and Ismail problems. Ismail is tier 6. Okay. I really need to get turned out here, because the last thing I want right now is to round this corner and then be spotted by the West Virginia. Well, the West Virginia did decide to turn out, which is really, really good for us. Our Perth Well, to be fair to him, I guess he is fairly low. I think right now the biggest problem is going to be the Jervis. Although the Jervis is still in C, so we do know that much, but he's not going to be in C for long, because once this Koenig dies, which he does because he pressed W into the entire enemy team, or at least most of the entire enemy team that was left at this point, he thought it was a good idea to press W into that, and then he is now dead for that. So right now we're not in a horrible position. We are tied on ships, but on the bright side, we do have 2 of the caps, although I am perilously low. The Perth is low as well, and he doesn't have smoke for another 2 minutes almost, which is going to be really problematic because there is a West Virginia out here that we're going to have to deal with somehow. I think we're going to have to look for a torpedo target on the West Virginia, and then we're just going to have to kite away, because I cannot fight either of those destroyers on this kind of health. And even if it's a trade, I don't want to risk it. Should be able to go dark here. Alright. That is... We are now safe. This Jervis is not going to int any of those torpedoes, which is rather unfortunate. I think right now our best play is going to have to be torpedo this out. Well, we're probably just going to keep kiting away. We're going to duck behind this island, drop some torpedoes down this alley, because this Jervis is almost 100% going to be walking from where he is and into B. So we're just going to launch some torpedoes to try and cut that off a little bit. And those torpedoes are going to hit the fucking underside of the island. I just know it. Watch this. No, they don't. I honestly thought that they were going to clip some bullshit underwater obstacle that we couldn't see because reasons. Love wargaming in their underwater world. There goes our Perth, which is not what we wanted to have happen. On the bright side, their destroyer is relatively low as well. Well, okay, there goes the Jervis, who was low, as to be fair as well, but it is at least a trade. And now it's just the Oklahoma and the West Virginia being protected by a Gepard. And our Ismail has managed to basically donate his entire health pool to the one fucking York. In your typical tier 6 battleship player fashion. Pushing into a hard kiting HE farmer. That's always going to end well for you. Our Nagato is turning flat broadside. And it does kind of suck that I have basically no ability to smoke him up and help him out here. On the bright side, the West Virginia is low. And the West Virginia is actually dead. Never mind. Colorado, no, is not going to clap the Oklahoma because the Colorado didn't shoot the Oklahoma. What I am going to do is I'm just going to launch some Make-A-Wish torpedoes out here on this Gepard. Who is going to pop up kiting away, because of course, but it's whatever. Nagato is basically guaranteed to die right here. I mean, he has no heals left. If he can somehow manage to go dark here, then maybe he can get away with his life intact. But he does have a Gepard running him down to keep him spotted, so I don't believe he is gonna live this. God. No, I don't. I think those... No, they don't kill him. Alright. All he has to do is stay alive for 40 more seconds. But I'm not sure if he's going to. Our Colorado could possibly, hopefully kill that York. If we kill any of their ships, it's basically game over. Because once we get a kill here, we'll gain the points for killing an enemy ship. But if we lose a ship here, I'm not positive if we'll be on a 1 cap, because there is still 5 minutes of the game left. There we go. Okay, we are in fact on a 1 cap right now, so all our Colorado has to do is not die right here. New York and all of their ships are in no position whatsoever to threaten any of these cap circles, not even their Japard, which heavily misplayed by not going for B when they're on a double cap. And I get that they were trying to greed for the Nagato kill, but it took them so long, and we just took points that entire time, that even with the death of the Nagato, we were still able to point them out there. That was a bit of a meh game, but whatever. Their Japard did well. Colorado didn't kill himself. Mahan, for as much as I was shit-talking him, did place almost at the top. Well, he did place towards the top there, 1400. Second only to the Colorado, me, and the Nagato. But, I mean, I'm not even going to talk about the rest of those. I mean, that fucking HE, or the IFHE New York, I believe is what that was. Or the Demo Expert New York, or Demo Expert Koenig, or whatever the hell it was. I don't remember, but... anyway, that is going to be enough for today. If you're watching this on the day it's uploaded, then happy 4th of July. If you're an American, happy, well, I guess sort of semi-happy Treason Day if you're British. And I guess happy Thursday if you're anywhere else. So, that is going to be it for today. So I will see you on stream tomorrow.